What's up, folks? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with another video. I say another video as if it's been like yesterday since I did the last one, when it's been forever since I did the last one. But I was in Ollie's today and decided to pick up some mystery bags, some not so mystery bags, to be honest, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. Picked up some mystery bags and said, let me do a video. That's what we do. That's what we do. But anyway, and also picked up an omnibus as well. So if you want to see what I picked up today, stay tuned for the video. So before we get into all of this comic book goodness, go ahead and smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification, all for the YouTube algorithm and all that kind of good stuff, but also so that you won't miss anything that we drop on the channel ever so randomly. And whether we watch it now or later is really up to you. You can make the informed decision. But the fact that you watch is what we appreciate. So that's either me reworking the stuff that I normally say or forgotten it because it's been so long since I've done a video. You decide. Okay. So for those of you familiar, Ollie's does have these mystery bags, and a little spoiler as to why one of them got picked up. So I decided to pick up 4 mystery packs. And also an omnibus, which I'll show at the conclusion of this. But interesting thing about the Ollie's mystery packs, they're a little different from typical mystery packs, at least the ones that I'm familiar with. And by that, I mean that typically with the mystery packs, they're a mystery. These are a not so mystery pack because if you know what you're doing, you can kind of, the bag is loose enough on these to where you can kind of see what is in the next one. Obviously, you can't see the whole cover, but these are you see enough to kind of get, yeah, that's a publisher I like, a character I like, a book I need, book I want, or a book I have or can't stand. And so with that, you can kind of make a determination as to which or if any these bags you want to pick up. Typically, like even with the Walmart packs, with those, they are a mystery. Like you can see the first one, but they're packed tightly. Get out in a minute, so that you really can't see what is in there. And I think that's done on purpose. With Ollie bags, for whatever reason, they're not done that way, so they're not so mystery. And so before we show that, I do want to show my appreciation in you taking the time to watch this video by giving you something for free. And that's because these Ollie packs were not free. This route, however, is free. And if you are looking for some supplies to put comics that you get out of mystery packs or from your LCS, boards, bags, boxes for your comics, cards, records, and other collectibles, visit bcwsupplies.com. Use the coupon code SCG to save yourself 10% at checkout. And I know a lot of people have taken advantage of that coupon code, and I appreciate it. But bcwsupplies.com and use the code SCG to save yourself 10% at checkout. There's also in the link tree in the description of this video, all the platforms that I'm on. I will also say that I am going to be doing a few shows on Whatnot in the near future. So the first of which is going to be, well, you can tell I prep a lot for my videos. So I'm going to have 3. So at the time of recording this, and I'll probably release it on the same day as August the 28th. And so I've got a show coming up on Saturday, August the 31st at 9 a.m. And then also one on Monday, September the 2nd. And then also one on, and then that one will be at 9 a.m. And then one on September the 5th, which is at 7 p.m. So if you are on Whatnot, the Linktree link in the description below will take you straight to my Whatnot. If you're on Whatnot, appreciate you bookmarking that. And if you're available, come by and hang out and hear some good dad jokes. If not also, see some books that you might want to depart with some of those green certificates of appreciation we call American currency. So there you go. Okay. First off, these are 5 books for $5.99 a piece. So a little over $1. So you're not a big investment in them. If you end up, again, they both open on both sides. So there's 5 books. So you see 2, obviously fairly easy. And then you can kind of see in between there which one's the other ones. All right. So first off, you got Youngblood number 2. Now, this is my favorite part about this is the first appearance of Shadowhawk, but probably more important, at least right now, is the first appearance of Prophet. This is there's a different version of this. I don't know which one, if any, are rarer than the other one, but the little lettering under there, instead of green, it's pink in the other version. But yeah, so this is the first for that. So, these bags, I mean, these are all these years later and they come up with this and say, what is like some warehouse somewhere had a bajillion of these things. But yeah, so this is, this is actually like a $5 book or something, we got Magnus the Robot Fighter number 18. Now, I already have this one. I would say obviously, but it's fairly obviously. The key to this one, if nothing else, now this page, original art page, is on eBay. I don't want too much for it, but this page right here sold not too long ago. Not a lot to do with it, other than the fact that the pencils are by Steve Ditko. So I really would like to get a Steve Ditko page. Certainly not going to shell out the amount of money it would take to get a Spider-Man Steve Ditko page. But yeah, man, love to get a Magnus Steve Ditko. So trying to think if there was any other issue other than this one that he done. I don't think so. But, one of the pages that has him, flipping a robot or something would be super awesome. Especially, obviously you can get it for fairly inexpensive, but yeah, so that's one I would like to get. Then we got Turok number 2. Now, everybody knows my affinity for Turok number 1. I don't collect Turok 2s that way. This is the lucky serial number. Watch that. Like, this could have been the lucky serial number that won the contest. It just never was sold. But the thing with Turok number 2, obviously still got some great Bart Sears, Randy Elliott work going on. Some fantastic, action pages, him going up against the dinosaurs. I own this page right here. Original, see me check out my calf, which again is in the Linktree link in the description of this video to see this and other cool pages over there. But yeah, so I bought the original of that from Bart Sears earlier this year. So fantastic images. Like, if you were a fan of was it Brutes and Babes or any of Bart Sears art, it was on full display. I say Randy Emberlin. It's not Randy Emberlin. It's Randy Elliott. But Randy Elliott was just like top of his game doing that run with him. Okay. Then we got Solar Man of the Atom number 43. Now, I already have this, and in full disclosure, there's actually several pages from this that are for sale on eBay. Not too expensive, but it's one of those pages that I would like to have, and they're not that expensive, but you got to start making some decisions somewhere where all to spend all your money at. These are examples of that, because it's not like a huge story. It's not by like an artist I was just dying to get or something like that too. And then we've got to have faith. All right. So this is Faith number 1. So they have a bunch of the Image and Valiant stuff from the 90s in these packs. But they also have some of the newer stuff, like the VE one stuff, like this Faith issue. I'm almost positive I have this issue cover. I know I got this issue, but I'm almost positive I got this cover. But I'll have to check it out. So yeah, the money book, if you want to call it that. But yeah, that's really the book out of that pack right there. So let's move on to the next one. Now, as you can see, one of the books that you easily see is Turok #1. So, full disclosure, I bought this pack for that right there. Turok #1. Okay, let's see what else we got. Shadow Man #17. Pretty cool. I already have it. Nothing overly special about it. Now, there was a lot of packs that had this, and remember these Youngbloods, they were flip books. I'm thinking that this is Enter Supreme. I'm almost positive this is the first appearance of Supreme, one of Rob Liefeld's characters. And of course, they had cards in these as well. I mean, if you're a fan of Rob Liefeld, all out action, these pages, I mean, he was on full display during this time. So there you go. There's a Prophet too, also. So, remember, Prophet first appearances in Youngblood 2. So he's still in that one right there. And so, what do we get? Oh, we got another Solar #43. Kind of sucks. But let's see. We got Supreme #24. I got like probably a billion other people got Supreme #1. And it was a hollow. It had the foil on the front of it. It was during the time where getting everything else. But the later issues of Supreme just kind of like, like I was saying with art earlier, and especially when you're dealing with the budget of at that time, like high school kid, you start going, I got to make some hard choices. Gonna not go with this other stuff that I didn't find as interesting. So there's that, and that's all of them. So the book of the pack right there, baby. I caught myself clipping all the ends of these so I could easily slide her out. All right, so we got Solar #28, a little destroyer action. I'm actually pretty sure I have a cover or a page from this. I do. Actually picked up the original to this page right here. Not an overly, expensive page. Jimmy Palmiotti on the inks for this. But the reason I picked this particular page up was that this is, if you can't get the money shot page, which is this, where he's going into the little Valiant Vision verse. Next issue, the two Solars together against the Crystal Enemy, all in 100% Valiant Vision. I think this page is actually Valiant Vision itself. That's the only one of the issue, pretty sure. But this is where they go into that, and then they start having a couple issues of Solar with the Destroyer. No, that was the reason why I got this one. It seems like I have another page from this issue where Solar blasts the spider aliens, which is always fun. But it might be from another issue. But anyway, yeah, and that's why I got that one. So pretty dope. So yeah, if you can't get the money shot, you get the one right before the money shot, And so that's reason why I picked up that one of them getting into that. So pretty cool. Another copy of Supreme 24. Another copy of Shadow Man #17. And boom. No, that's the same one. Let's see. No, that's a new one. Okay. So now we're up to 2 Turok #1s. So, Turok #1. I'll probably keep one of that Youngblood #3 just because I didn't have a copy of it. I think I already had a copy of the Shadowhawk #2 or Youngblood 2. All right, so this is Vintage Magnus, the Robot Fighter #2. So they had like 3 issues of this vintage stuff. And really, it went back to the Russ Manning stuff. It's not the stuff that you even know, hence vintage. So these are like, I think, reprints from the Russ Manning era of that. So I already have that one. Then we got Faith number 4. I don't think I have this one. I wasn't a big fan of Faith. I saw what they were doing there, and I didn't have to be a big fan of it from the standpoint of like I knew I was not really the demographic they were reaching for with that. And so that's perfectly fine. And Faith reaches out to that. And so, that's all cool as long as you don't change the stuff that I'm interested in. You can pick up readers with another character like that. Okay. Then we got the X-Files from Topps Comics, number 1 special edition. So it looks like it's like all three issues of that mini there. Topps was one of those. The stuff that they had for me was like, like I wasn't never a big X-Files guy. They had Jurassic Park with Walt Simonson and like George Perez. I mean, they had some serious names on some of this stuff. They had the Jack Kirby stuff. This is like, at that time, again, it's like, I'm going to have to kind of stick with what I've kind of already committed to. But just looking in here, Jim Salicrup, Renee Whitterstater. So some names familiar with. Charlie Adlard, better known, I think, for his Walking Dead stuff. This is obviously prior to that, but there you go. And then we got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, from season 9, number 19. So, yeah, I never got into the Buffy comics and stuff, so that will. But the pencils, George Genty, and inks by Dexter Vine. So, based on the television series created by Joss Whedon. Cover by Phil Noto. Yeah, it does look like a Noto cover there. And then the last one, boom, some chromium goodness. So, again, I saw this. So, got there. And so, these are the ones. So, yeah, not too terrible, And again, I was able to see them, so it wasn't like, what? No, it was stuff that I'm like, hey, I would pick it up for basically $1.25 after tax, and add some more guilty pleasure books to that. But also, while I was there, I picked up this Moon Knight omnibus, which is awesome. This is. Let's see, Moon Knight 1 through 30. This is the David Finch and Charlie Houston run. Moon Knight Annual 07. Moon Knight Silent Night. That's the Christmas one. Vengeance of the Moon Knight 1 through 10. Shadowland Moon Knight 1 through 3. So you got a lot of art in there. And this is $125 when it first came out. And got it for $30. Now, I've seen other people talk about getting like big omnibuses. This is like only the second omnibus I've ever seen it, and there's Ollie's everywhere. They're almost like they're not quite as bad as Dollar Generals, but there are a lot of them that around where I am and where I go. But I haven't seen any omnibuses except for the Guardians of the Galaxy one. I did that for a giveaway years ago. But so yeah, it was pretty cool to see this. I had previously bought this omnibus at a Books A Million and gave it away on a show. I plan on keeping this one and catching up on some cool Moon Knight goodness there. Yeah, David Finch goodies for $30. I mean, yeah, there's no way you could pick up all those things for raw or even some of the paper trades at that price there. So tell me what you think about the Ollie's mystery packs. Do you like them? Have you picked them up? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I do appreciate people taking the time to watch these videos. Be sure to check me out on Whatnot if you are on said application, and hit that bookmark and all that kind of good stuff. And if you like these and other random videos that show off comics and original art and other random stuff that I collect, and you're not a subscriber already, be sure to think that through. Don't think I'll overthink it. Just hit the subscribe button and be done with it. But also, if you really like it, hit the bell notification so you'll know when videos like this drop in the future. And until next time, keep reading, keep collecting. Adios.